You're such an asshole.
Asshole Consulting, how you kids doing? I'd done some, God, I think I did 4 videos yesterday. Woke up, now more. I did an ad on Zebra Corner, which totally did not pay off. The dude got 400, maybe up to 500,000 views now. This is Mark. He does the Chevy Cruze commercial. Look up his channel. It's pretty freaking cool. So I bought some advertising on it, and nothing happened. Nothing. I was like, wow, 500,000 views, nothing. Anyway, but something happened within my own Cappy Cap world. Some regular viewers and clients from beforehand. One of them is a guy, and we'll keep him anonymous. Hey, ass, so I work as a bartender at a high-volume, non-corporate establishment. It's a very good gig. As on a slow day, I'll make around 200 in tips. The most I've ever made is just shy of 600. That's a lot, man. However, new laws in California mean that I have to start claiming my own tips. Well, that's good that you workers, and I'm sure, not you, I know if you're tuning in here, you're not some leftist, but I'm sure all your good, hard-working, doesn't service staff get it? That the service staff, we're not working poor, fuck Trump. And then they vote this shit in. I bet you they're complaining. This is the classic example where the leftists are complaining. I don't know if any of you guys had this happen to you, but every once in a while you'll get a leftist friend who will become a realtor or mortgage broker or some kind of 1099 job, and they're so dumb, they're so stupid, they don't know how the pay-as-you-go system goes, the payroll tax and all that. And so they don't sock away their quarterly estimated tax. They don't make their estimated tax payments. And then comes tax time, and they're livid. They're so pissed off that they have to pay so much in taxes. Like, dude, what the fuck did you think you were voting for? So now it's good to see that Californians are going to have to start, or the service industry in California, that they get to pay what they voted for. You guys wanted socialism. You want all that free, nice stuff. However, new laws in California may have to start claiming my tips, which will impact my take-home on my paychecks. My employer gave everyone a sheet to fill out for each month this year where we are supposed to claim all of our tips. Can I lie about how much in tips I'm making? Is there a way to get away with that? I don't want to cause problems for my employer or get fired. Will they care? Are they just forwarding this on to the government without worry about what we report? Yeah, they're forwarding it to the government. I guarantee you that. I'm not terribly familiar with the law, but I'm sure there has to be some kind of auditing process. And if those numbers don't match up, you could get flagged for an audit, at least at the state level. And maybe that would trigger a federal. But I sent this one out to Chad Elkins at elkinscpa.com. He answered it for me. I haven't read its response yet. Will they care? As far as I know, they won't be the ones getting audited. We will. Cheers, and we'll keep you anonymous. He says, this is from Chad. Could he get away with it? Probably in the short term. Should he do this? No, and no is capitalized. If there's ever any sort of discrepancy between what the employer reports as tips versus what he's reporting, it's going to get flagged by the state, and both will get into big trouble. I think he thinks the employer relies solely on what the employees report as tips to determine what they need to report to the state, but I don't believe that's the actual case. I'm not 100% sure about this, but the employer has to report a reasonable amount as tips for their employees to the state, and falling outside that percent threshold is bad news. Otherwise, every single employee would lie, and the employer would be left holding the bag each and every time. I'm not 100% certain about how this works in California, but I could say with some confidence that underreporting tips, especially after a longer period of time, always catches up with someone, and it fucks over both the employee and the establishment. No taxing authority will go by the honor system, even one as retardedly fucked up as a state such as California. Tell him to get his head out of his ass and stop trying to be a wise guy. Just report what you earn, for Christ's sake. Fucking people these days. A little bit of assholes rubbing off on old Chad Elkins. He was a nice guy until he met me. So there you go, dude. Yeah, it's in general. Look, just move out of California. I know it's good money, maybe, you know, and then you got to pay everything back in rent and taxes. But just, dude, you don't just pay your damn taxes, because if you don't, and here's the thing. This is the thing. It is not so much the extra money you're going to have to pay. That's already going to, you're going to have to pay fees and fines and penalties. And then you got to pay the taxes you had to pay anyway. It's the goddamn time you got to dick around with an audit. All right? It's the time like, oh, I got to, do you know where your past 5 years of tax returns are? Do you? Well, there's a 2 to 3 hour, you know, chore rummaging through the frickin' file. Is it here? Is it there? No. Is it on any of my old hard drives? Jesus Christ, where is it? So that's one chore you get to go through. And then you get to talk to Agent Smith. Mr. Anderson, and then you gotta, you know, hear this, and what about that? Well, God, that was 4 years ago. I don't remember what that was. Dude, just save yourself the time and agony. Pay the damn taxes. Report your fucking tips, and don't mess with it. And then if you don't want to Dixie, and this is the problem with income taxes in general, state, federal, and local level, you gotta dick around with this shit. Now you got to report it. Now your employer's got to. If we all had sales taxes and no other tax, you wouldn't have to file tax returns. But you Californians just can't wait to shove that big dicko tax down your throat. You all love the dick of tax. No, the tax of dick. The dick of taxation. That's it. You guys, Californians who just love the dick of taxation and shoving it in every possible hole you have. I'm like, what am I doing? This isn't fair. I'm working poor. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you all later. Toodles.